In the news tonight, the Ministry of Education in talks with CXC over the SBAs for Christ Church secondary school students. Over 500 students were displaced following a fire at the school.
About what options we could have to make sure that the children whose SBAs got destroyed there or their lab books, that we could put them in the best position possible for the sitting of their exams in a few months' time, and to have them get the benefit of the work they did.
And City Council still to decide on the $30 million private sector commission rates and taxes waiver.
It's not fair. It's not fair at all. But I'm not the council. I'm just the mayor.
This was the scene Thursday afternoon following a fire which completely destroyed the Christ Church secondary school, even as the Guyana Fire Service tried desperately to save the building, but to no avail. Minister of Education Priya Manichan was moved to tears as she witnessed yet another school go down in the city. Teachers, students and citizens watched in disbelief at another school in the city destroyed by fire. The minister said she already made contact with CXC regarding the SBAs for the students preparing for their exams that were gutted in the fire.
Additionally, we have problems with SBAs. We're talking to CXC right now about what options we could have to make sure that the children whose SBAs got destroyed there or their lab books, that we could put them in the best position possible for the sitting of their exams in a few months' time, and to have them get the benefit of the work they did. Let's stand together. This is your chance to show the world, to show everyone that the fire is not going to stop you. Put your heads down for the next few months. Those of you who are in fifth form, those of you who are in fourth form, put your heads down, concentrate on your work, and let's rise up from this together, because we can do it. We want you to know that you are going to get all the support you need from us, materially as well as emotionally, as well as in terms of your preparation and our conversations with the examining body, the Caribbean Examinations Council. But this is not going to break any of us. And so to all the students, all the teachers, the parents who are worried tonight, know that we are working even as we speak to try to make your children's education as regular as possible.
Minister Manichan said this will be a huge setback for the ministry and the students. She noted that the ministry is stretched thin for space.
Teachers here, so it's 502 students, 39 teachers, 9 ancillary staff. It's very difficult to accommodate a whole big school without a whole big school available, and none is empty right now. And so it's going to be a task for us, which we will put our minds to. Incumbent upon us, and it's our duty to find a way to minimize as much as we can the loss that has happened here as far as it relates to individual lives. We are stretched thin. There were 2 fires, St. George's and North Ruimveldt in Georgetown, and we are stretched for space. Additionally, the cash grant has helped us to see more children coming to school, which is something we all should want. And so even schools like St. Winifred's and East Ruimveldt are overflowing at their seams. This is going to cause us serious trouble to be able to educate these children the way they should be educated every day, all day.
Home Affairs Minister Robson Ben is appealing to Guyanese to protect the nation's assets.
And so I'm appealing to the media too, to put out a call to help us to protect the nation's assets. I'm not speculating, I'm merely saying that it's passing strange and it's a tremendous blow. And it is unusual in itself that we have had a number of fires at large schools in the country, all over the country from Mabruma to Georgetown to other places, that the spike in the number of fires at schools itself has to tell us something. It has to tell us, of course, that we have to have better prevention and training and methods and awareness in the schools itself. It tells us that we have to have our ears out and our responsiveness in terms of the assets and our firefighters. But primarily, it requires the communities, the parents, each and everyone, and the media to put out the message to protect the nation's assets.
The Guyana Fire Service is currently conducting its mopping up exercise, an investigation to ascertain the origin of the fire.
Running late and can't wait to the gate? We got you. The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited has introduced a fast and easier way to make payments to your accounts through the GT&T mobile money services. Here's how. Click on the MMG app. Under Services, select Pay Bills. When you are there, look for the Financial Institution option. Once that is done, select Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited to pay your loan or make payments to your savings. Payments to the credit union made easier. GPS CCU, the credit union you can bank on.
Hundreds of children are displaced this morning following a fire at the Christchurch Secondary School Thursday afternoon, the origin of which is still to be determined. Just last week, a major fire was averted at the Camp and Mill Street School when smoke was seen coming from the lower flat of the school. It turned out to be a chemical reaction in the school's laboratory. The doors of the school were closed for 2 days as inspection was done by the Guyana Fire Service, and all the chemicals were removed from the school. Chief Executive Officer Saddam Hussein was at a loss for words when he spoke to the media as he watched the school go up in flames.
I don't know what to say. Last week we removed all the chemicals out of the building and so on. It's very strange that it all of a sudden becomes very combustible.
This was following the first fire.
Yeah, on the night itself we removed all the chemicals and it's very strange. I don't know, I really have no formal comment at this time.
At that time, though, was it determined what might have been the cause of that fire?
I did not speak to the fire service. I wouldn't be able to say.
It's a setback.
Oh, it's a huge setback. But come bright and early Monday morning, we will begin the relocation exercise at 68 Brigham, Georgetown Department of Education. Please help us to pass that word along.
There are reports that the school was given clearance to reopen after the incident last week. Hussein said this will be a huge setback for the Ministry of Education.
ProMedia Professional Live Streaming Service. Experience the difference when it's live. ProMedia provides you a complete range of live and demand streaming solutions no matter what your special event may be. Weddings, funerals, concerts, press conferences, conventions, seminars, workshops, meetings, religious events, and more. For more information, call 669-5376 or 609-5264. Experience the difference when it's live.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash your soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash your soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash your soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
The Georgetown Mayor and City Council is still to make a decision on a waiver requested for some $30 million in rates and taxes from the Private Sector Commission. This is according to City Mayor Ubaj Narain. The mayor noted that the matter has been with the council since October last year.
Yes, 30-something million dollars the Private Sector Commission owe the City Council. And the council has to determine whether a waiver will be granted or not. I would not say anything further on such a matter until the council meet and have that kind of discussion. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. But I'm not the council. I'm just the mayor, the head of the council. The council has to deliberate and debate on such a matter. And you see, I don't want to go much more into it, but when we speak on these issues, when you call on resignation of the mayor and all these things, raise eyebrows because you're not honoring your own obligation, which is a democratic process. And when you're ready to paint other people with different paints and you're not looking at your own self, it's a terrible situation. You know, old people that say, when you got glass door, don't pelt your matty glass door. So these are phrases that our foreparents use, and we can still see it is alive today.
City Hall has been facing financial constraints for years, with businesses and government entities collectively owing the council billions of dollars in taxes.
Look, the GPL alone owes this council $10 billion, right? While the council owed GPL $3 billion, right? And GPL owed this council when it was not GPL, it was GC, or I can't remember the name, right? So, look, I take note on the Vice President make mention of way things that he make mention. I even didn't dream to enter in politics, the things he is speaking of. And I challenge him to release the audit that the minister claimed he had done. I never see these things, And if you're saying city council is corrupt, prove it to the public. Bring these documents, publish it. And I challenge them to do it. I didn't see anything as yet. If you can recall, they make mention, city council sell property. I don't know if you can recall one of the ministers make mention of that. I challenged the minister and said I will resign immediately. And these things are propaganda, where you're peddling false information to the public domain.
For years, City Hall has been looking at ways to broaden its revenue base, to no avail. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.